Okay, this is Databases Standard 1. Now in the intro video, I started to show you inadvertently how to create a new database. It's fairly simple. You just file new. And it gave you our options here with our templates. Let's go back. The first thing we have to create in our database is a table. Now, the table is going to hold all of our information. In Excel, we called that a worksheet, but in Access, we call that a table. And there could be various tables, like we discussed in our example. This could be the information on students, and it'd have contact information, addresses, phone numbers. We could create another table that had your library report, another table for your math teacher and their grades. So the tables we can add, and they're going to show up here in our navigation pane as we go down. Since this is a simple database, we're only going to be doing one table. We do have different aspects I want to show you here. Here is a record. A record is an entire row, and so on Kitty Litter, her entire record includes her sex, hair, eyes, height, build, and glasses, whether or not she wears them. Every individual field here, we used to call those a cell in Microsoft Excel, but these are fields. So one field is her hair color. One field would be Begon's hair color. So every single one of these that we did call a cell, we're now calling those a field. In our views, we have here the Datasheet view, but if I come over to the left-hand side and I pull this down, the Datasheet view is where I can see what information I've got typed in. The design view is where we told it what we wanted to collect for each particular record. So we wanted to collect their name, their sex, their hair, all the rest of this information. We also had a key record here, this primary key, and this is the key that's going to be the same across all the tables that will relate to the same person as it goes across the records. Let's go back into our datasheet view. I can pretty easily add records in a couple of different ways. I can either scroll to the bottom and come down here to the new row, or I could, at the very bottom of my screen, I can scroll from record to record, and this last one right here, I click it, there's a new blank record, then I create my brand new record right here for somebody. I can also do many of the things that I'm used to doing in the Office products. I can format the text by changing the font style, the size, bold, underline, all those neat things. I can find various information just using the Find button. I can also sort it if I select a column. In this case, I'm going to sort it by the name of the suspect. If I come to my Sort and Filter group and I hit Ascending, here they are all now in ascending order. And you can see that we are alphabetized by their first name. When I was entering the data, I was doing it line by line. If you're not the one that's going to be entering the information, maybe you're going to have a form that you're going to create for an employee. So I want to go to my Create tab, and I can create a form that will have all these different fields available for us to enter all of our information in. So I'm just going to use the Form Wizard. I like wizards because they'll just walk you through the whole process. When I click Form Wizard, it says I have to save the table. That's okay. Here are my available fields, and I just want to put all of my fields in there as information that I need. I click Next. It asks me how I want it to be laid out. Let's just do it as a column. And then I want to open up the form so I can view the information. So when I hit Finish, what I've done, I've created a new object over here on the left-hand side of our navigation pane. So this is the suspect's form, and you can see it's also open up here in the tabs. If I need to enter my next record, I just come down to the bottom, I hit Next. This will be my new record that I'm going to enter, and I can enter the person's name, sex. So it's a little bit easier way to enter the information. One last thing to tell you about Access before I shut down here. I'm losing my ability to speak, so I'm going to quit for a while. When we have these tabs open, you need to close them, or else they're going to still be open and available and being worked on. So you have to right-click to close a table or a form. We're going to work on reports and queries in a little bit, but for now, this is the end of video 1.